Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to TinyBlueGames. My name, of course, is Cesar Chris, and today we are continuing our Casuals Guide to the Hardcore. Now, what we did in our last one, and you could click on it, I have the whole map out here. So we did creation, which talked about how to create your character and all that. Then there's also an overview video if you wanted to see that, but there's no real point to watch it if you kind of understand what we're doing here. So the video today that we're going to talk about is it's leveling. But what I'm doing for the leveling ones, instead of just making one super long video, I'm going to do levels 1 to 10 first. So we're going to hop right into that and get started. All right, so we're going to talk about the bracket of 1 to 10, I guess, for leveling. I'm going to kind of split them up into different brackets, I think, because that makes it more easy to cover, you know, the essentials without making it a super long video, just from like 1 to 50 or something. So I think this is going to be the best way for us to do this. So the very first thing we're going to talk about, well, you create your character and you can choose to either skip the ship or not, which is the sort of like very, very tutorial area of levels 1 to 3. So generally speaking, you want to skip the ship. That being said, if you're trying to level with friends and they're a different race, if you skip the ship, you could end up in a different starting area. You can either end up, you know, in Everstate Grove, or you could, where is the other one? Give me a second. It's a snowy little place. Maybe Northern Wilds, I think. Yeah, Northern Wilds, I guess, would be the other one. So you're going to end up in, you know, one of two different areas if you skip the ship, depending on your race. If you go through the ship, you can choose which one you go to. So, you know, that's something to consider. The ship's not that long, so if you're trying to level with a friend, I'd recommend just going through it and ending up in the same place. That being said, once you've done, you know, the first level 1 to sort of 6 area, or 3 to 6, I guess, when you get there, you can end up just walking to your friend too. And I mean, you're gonna pool in together at level 15 anyways, so it's not the end of the world if you've already skipped the ship. But just, you know, things to think about. Other things to think about: as soon as you get into the game, I would recommend entering your chat and typing /channel join space looking for group. And that is if you're on the Exile side of the North American server. If you're on the Dominion side, I would do the same thing, /channel join. And then I think it's entity looking for more, or just looking for more for the Dominion side. I'll post a comment about what it is exactly for the Dominion side. If you're ever concerned or want to know what it is, I would just type /A for advice. And ask what the global chat channel is, and someone will probably tell you, especially during peak hours. So that's the first thing I do. Why you do that? Well, it makes it feel a lot less, you know, lonely if you have all this. But another thing I want to just point out while we're here is, look at the, like, I mean, I'm seeing people level while I'm leveling in here. Like, there's quite a few people in the starting zone. So obviously people are either making alts again, or people are starting to come back. But I've seen a lot more people than I usually see in these areas. Like, look at this. Like, there's like 2 people leveling together. Another person. This is crazy. Which I know it's kind of sad to say compared to a lot of other games where the low-level areas are just booming with people. But Wildstar hasn't had a lot of reason to make alts, and because of that, it's been kind of a quiet place. Anyway, so let's go over what you do for leveling. So you either skip the arc ship. I skipped the arc ship on this guy because the airship or whatever. I didn't need it. Then you end up in your sort of level 3 to 6. It's a very starter zone. You know, just get through it as quick as you can. I personally am trying to make master my path as quick as possible. So I spend a little time working on that. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. So you leave at about level 6, at which point you can go ahead and start questing in the bigger area that will go from like 6 to 15 kind of thing. The first thing you want to do when you get to sort of the main hub for, I don't know, for where was Celestian, one of the big hubs is Woodhaven, or, you know, there's like the tree place here. Like you can see what the big hub is by this sort of like exclamation mark. It's not an exclamation mark, but it's like a symbol for sure that shows you that it's kind of a main place. And the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go and rent a mount if you're level 6. Rent a mount is a new thing that they added at drop 4. It's 5 silver to buy, which is nothing. Anyone can, you know, buy this. And you get a fully nice mount. You just click it and it'll go into your mount section. and you get a mount for 24 hours of gameplay, and you can buy it, over and over again. So it's a mount essentially, and it's a really nice mount actually. Like it moves pretty damn fast. Like I was expecting like the slowest, crappiest mount they had, but no, it's a pretty nice mount. So I would highly recommend doing that. It'll make questing better. We're not going to talk about questing necessarily or what quests are good or anything, because everyone knows how to quest in MMORPGs. It's nothing different here. But there is some tricks I'm going to talk about on your way to level 10. So some big things to make sure you do is make sure you do the world stories and regional stories for quests. You can sort of see on the side here, in my little bar here, it says regional story as a title here. The story ones are going to give you more XP than tasks. So I'm not saying don't do tasks, but for sure prioritize. You can get all the way to 50 without almost doing many tasks. What else? When you hit level 6, you're going to be able to do the very first ship hand, which is Fragment 0. So you'll get a quest from her, and you can enter the ship hand right here, or you can enter in your looking for group. You can enter in the ship hands, Fragment 0, and it'll pair you up with 3 people. It's not hard. I get in with like 10 minutes in the group finder, but I like doing them solo at this level anyways. On your map, you'll notice that it is a kind of purplish circle. That would be the instance portal to Fragment 0, as you know, is right here. So if you're ever looking for it, that's how you'll find it. With the quest and doing it for the first time, I got gold. I got about a level and a half to 2 levels. So it took me to about 7.5 pretty quickly. You could do it right again if you're interested in doing that. I went and quested myself because I wanted to work on my path a bit, but it's up to you. And that'll really be the way you get to level 6. You could just do that, or level 10. You could just do that a few times, or you could do some questing around here. It's nothing huge to get to level 10. And level 10 is where it gets really interesting, because you can do first dungeon, which I actually just did. That's why I'm already at level 11 before I made this video. I wanted to stop and talk about 1 to 10, but then I got the queue and I was just like, whatever, I'll go in. So I'll talk about that in a future video, about I'll actually do a walkthrough for the first dungeon for people who want to see it. And then we'll also talk about levels 10 to 20 in a future video. So I think I've covered most of what I want to do. I'm actually going to do a video about the like the whole action bar set and the amp points and how that works, because I know some people are kind of confused by it. If you're just new to Wildstar, it is a bit confusing, or even if you're new to action MMOs in general. So I'm going to make a little bit of a guide on that in the bit here. I'm just going to wait until I'm a bit higher level so I have more unlocks and stuff to make it so it's worth more to you, because I've only got like 4 or 5 amp points right now anyways. So that's what I'm going to do before I get too involved with that. Other things to know for questing, I'm just trying to think real quick here. You'll often get calls or something like that, and if you miss a call, well, there's a call pending button, so you can see all the calls you've missed here, or there's a little red button below it. So if you can see it in the bottom right corner here, this is how you'll deal with any calls you've missed, and you can go and look them up. So it's not like they're gone forever if you click decline or anything like that. No, alright, so I think that's pretty much all I want to cover at this point for levels 1 to 10. If there's anything you felt I missed, or if you have any questions, post in the comments below. But until then, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Thanks for watching. If you really enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to Wildstar, or have an existing account with no game time left, please try the 10-day free trial either at the Wildstar homepage, or by checking out the link I've left in the description below. And finally, if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe.